नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्षायां स्वागतम्। अद्य वयं पञ्चमपाठे प्रविशामः। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं करोमि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। यथा सर्वदा अस्माभिः अत्रापि सूक्तिना प्रारम्भः। अलक्ष्मीराविशत्येनं शयानमलसं नरम्। अलक्ष्मीराविशत्येनं शयानमलसं नरम्। अलक्ष्मीः आविशति एनं शयानम् अलसं नरम्। एनम् एतम् इत्यस्मिन् अर्थे शयानम् अलसं नरम् अलक्ष्मीः आविशति इति अन्वयः। यः नरः अलसः अस्ति, सर्वदा शय्यायाम् एव सुप्तः अस्ति, अर्थात् कार्यरतः नास्ति, तस्मिन् पुरुषे अलक्ष्मीः आविशति। अर्थात् दारिद्र्यं तस्य पुरुषस्य भाग्यं दारिद्र्यम् एव भवति इत्यस्मिन् अर्थे। अर्थात् वृद्धिः श्रियः एते सर्वे तत्र न भवन्ति, तस्य पुरुषस्य वृद्धिः न भवति इति। एनं शयानम् अलसं नरम् अलक्ष्मीः आविशति। कुत्र अस्ति? महाभारतमिति उक्तमस्ति, पुस्तके अपि उक्तमस्ति। बैड लक कम्स टू द पर्सन हू इज ऑलवेज स्लीपी एंड लेजी। बैड लक इज ए वेरी light translation. We say daridryam for Alakshmi. Okay, so and then avishati is an interesting learning. So let's see. Ang upasarga, completely, entirely, in that sense ang is used. Okay, and then vish dhatu, we are familiar with vish dhatu as part of upavishati. That form is most familiar, but here it is with ang upasarga. So completely occupies is the meaning of avishati. That means daridrya completely occupies him. It's a kind of yukti to take it. I mean, it overtakes him like that. Okay, beautiful. Vish praveshane is the meaning. Patha for vish dhatu is praveshane, in the act of entering. Okay. कुत्र अस्ति? साक्षात् मया किञ्चित् तत्र अन्विष्टम्। द्रौपद्या युधिष्ठिरं प्रति बृहस्पतिनीतिकथनम् इति भागः अस्ति। महाभारतस्य वनपर्वणि इति उक्तव्यं। वनपर्वणि आरण्यकपर्वे पुनः तत्र यत्र कुत्रापि अर्जुनाभिगमनपर्व इत्यपि सूचना अस्ति। ओके, तो एतस्मिन् उपपर्वे तत्र तृतीय महाध्यायस्य 32 वा 33 वा उपपर्व एवं। तो तत्र किम् अस्ति इति पश्यामः। अत्र उक्तिः मध्यस्थश्लोकात् प्रथम अर्धात् स्वीकृतमस्ति, परन्तु इतोपि पूर्वतनम् एकम् अपरतनम् एकं स्थापयित्वा पठामः। किं वदति वराका द्रौपदी युधिष्ठिरं प्रति इति। एवं वदन्ती अस्ति। असम्भवे त्वस्य हेतुः प्रायश्चित्तं तु लक्ष्यते कृते कर्मणि राजेन्द्र तथा नृण्यमवाप्यते। हे राजेन्द्र, असंभवे तु अस्य हेतुः प्रायश्चित्तं तु लक्ष्यते तथा कृते कर्मणि आनृण्यम् अवाप्यते। Hey Yudhishthira, penance is seen from ill deeds, so also one has to pay for his or her deeds. Alakshmirāvishatyenam shayanam alasam naram nissamshayam phalam labdhva daksho bhuti mupashnute. See, the second half makes the subhashitam even better. Nissamshayam phalam labdhva daksho bhutim apashnute. So, dakshaha, okay, dakshaha nissamshayam phalam labhate labdva tvantam bhutim upashnute. So he begets great siddhi by doubtlessly with the fruit. Okay, one who is daksha, who is not alasa. That means one who is proactive is the sense of daksha here. Not just in intent but in action also daksha. Okay, so see, enam shayanam alasam naram alakshmihi avishati. We have seen that. Dakshaha artat analasaha nissamshayam, without doubt, phalam labdva, having begotten the fruit, bhutim upashnute, he prospers in the sense of prosper, siddhi, bhuti, in the sense of prosperity, he begets. That is the sense of that proactive one. Okay, right. Anartaha samshayavasthaha siddhyante mukta samshayaha samshayaha dhira naraha karmarata nanu nissamshayaha kvachit. So this is like a question type of rhetoric. Let's see. Anartaha samshayavasthaha tu bahavaha siddhyante. So meaningless doubt-ridden men abound. Mukta samshayaha dhiraha karmarataha nissamshayaha naraha. Twice she presses. Mukta samshayaha nissamshayaha. Okay, so borrowed forward here in my interpretation there. Mukta samshayaha dhiraha karmarataha nissamshayaha naraha kvachit eva siddhyante nanu. Only a few brave, proactive, doubt-free are but a few, are they not? So beautiful kavitva there from Vyasa in the mouth of Draupadi. So we know the context. In the they had been banished for so many years for out of their own stupidity, or rather Yudhishthira's stupidity, in saying, oh, it is we cannot refuse to play dice when we are invited. It is a kshatriya lakshana, like this. He justifies and goes and plays. It's sad. Anyway, so after losing, they are banished to the forest, and the kingdom is taken over by Duryodhana and all hard people under him. So for a while, Draupadi and all takes care and all that, but after a while really she starts getting upset with this inactive nature of these kshatriyas. So she is giving some gyan to Yudhishthira. It is amazing. So she is saying, you better get active. What are you sleeping here like this? I mean, she reflects, she is the epitome of a dharma patni, I would say. we need them. Okay, so to goad us into action. So that's what she is doing. So any questions with this ukti?
So two word meanings. Anrinyam and avapyate. These two words, if you could.
Apnoti. You have heard of apnoti? I think it is from that. Okay. Ashnu, sorry, ash is in the sense of eating, but here in the sense of getting, I think. Okay, I think that is ashnute. Okay, let us check anyway.
Other words.
Upa ashnute. Ashnute we have to check in the patha. Okay.
Okay, sir. But I asked actually about the other previous sentence. Anrinyam avapyate. Last two words of the previous sentence.
Previous sentence is first verse, second verse, or third verse? Here. Okay, first, this one, first verse. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, rina, have you heard?
No, sir.
Rina means some kind of a thing we owe, no?
Oh. Okay.
हाँ.
Rina, Rikar,
Andrnyam is probably ang upasarga and something related to that, and rina type of thing.
Okay.
So it is like paying for the deeds, that sense. Okay.
Paying the debt.
Paying the debt, that sense.
Okay.
Andrnyam means without rina, that kind of thing, without debt, like that. I mean, one needs to pay for the debts is the sense I got from that. We should see, of course, more Vyakyanas to how they have interpreted, but this fits the thing. Okay, penance is seen from ill deeds, so also one has to pay for the ill deeds sense. Okay.
And Vyapate comes from Vyapti, from there?
Vyapti is the extent, like avapyate is to beget, apl prapane, something like that. Okay. In the patha. Apnoti, that same thing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I think there is a karmani sense, that's why karmani nich with atmanepaditva is there. So we have to check carefully the table. Okay, apyate will be found in the karmani form. Ava upasarga is there. Ava upasarga, avapyate. Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
thank you, sir.
Of course, we shouldn't dig down too much every time. It will take some time, but I am just giving you hints as to how to go about. What I have done a little bit is try to probably look for it and come to some conclusion about the overall meaning. It's not. It's a little bit what you call not word for word type of translation I have done. Okay, I have taken support from here, there, and concluded. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Samasaha. This is one of the. I like this samasa a lot. This samasa is what brings enormous compactness and beauty in kavya. Bahuvrihi samasaha. So Bahuvrihi compound. Okay. So aparapada pradhana Bahuvrihi. Athava aparapada padartha pradhana. We can pada or padartha we can take. Apara padartha pradhana Bahuvrihi. The meaning is intended for another word, not for the two words participating in the samasta. That's what it means. Okay. So let's read what Samskrita Bharati explains. Bahuvrihi is a compound in which the sense of the component words is not predominant. See, that's what. Neither the Purvapada nor the Uttarapada has any dominance in the final meaning, in the sense that they don't they are not equivalent to the final intended target. Okay, that's what they mean by predominance, non-predominance. But another word outside the compound, I think outside is a single word in English anyway, is predominant. Okay, a Bahuvrihi compound itself is an adjective to another word. A Bahuvrihi compound, because it points to another, it becomes an adjective. So it's a Visheshana in its very nature, because it doesn't embed the Visheshya in a sense. Therefore, the gender of a Bahuvrihi will be according to the noun which it qualifies. So this is another important aspect here. So the gender of the Bahuvrihi is not like, for example, Avyayi Bhava output will be will be Pullinga, whereas we say when we say Mahapurushaha, the Mahat Shabda goes with Purusha. Purusha is Pullinga, so Mahapurusha is also Pullinga because of the Uttarapada Pradhana, etc. But in case of Bahuvrihi, because the Visheshana, the Aparapadasya Lingam Ashritya Bahuvrihi Padasya Linga Parivartanam Bhavati. So Pratipadikam Janayamaha Bahuvrihi Samasa Karane Tadanantaram Pratipadika Anantaram Linga Sadrisha Vibhakti Rupam Sthapayamaha Visheshyasya. Astu Pitambaraha Harihi. See here, Harihi is the target. Pitambaraha is the Bahuvrihi Visheshana to Harihi. Why he is Pitambaraha? Pitam Ambaram Yasya Saha. Pitambaraha. like that. Okay, the yellow cloth is of whomsoever, that fellow is called yellow cloth guy. So pitambaraha here is a pullinga, so literally I should translate this to yellow clothed guy who is Hari. So it's a pitambaraha harihi tatra tatra vijrumbate, something like that. Okay, he shines over there, pointing to some idol or something. So Hari who wears has yellow garment is a lame translation. Okay. The above compound is formed with the words Pita and Ambara. Pita means yellow, in fact golden yellow. Ambara means garment. Pitambara, in fact silken garment is the sense there. Pitambara is the person who possesses or wears yellow garment, and he is Hari. Okay. Possesses? No, wears maybe. Okay. Neither the sense of Pita nor that of Ambara, which constitute the compound here, has prominence, but the sense of the word Hari, which does not constitute the compound, has the prominence, as the is the one pointed to. Thus, Pitambara is an adjective to Hari. Bahuvrihi compound is of many kinds. Some of them are mentioned below. So not everything they are going to, I mean, there are a lot of subtle variants probably there. The dominant ones, see Samskrita Bharati, when they have brought the tough subject of Samasa, what they have done is they have quite a bit lightened it for us by introducing the what you call the default dominant variants and not the few exceptions and all that. That's serious subject that when you read only some about samasas as a as an entire subject for exam, that is when we should go that detail. So Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi, usually also it will be in the order of the most dominant and so on and so forth, the most common, like that. Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi. Adhikarana means the location in which co-location sense. Okay, co is samana and adhikarana is location. So co-located, so something is co-located in the sense of the explanation of the Bahuvrihi. Okay, the color or the name of the Bahuvrihi, the samasa, comes from the Vigrahavakya sense, as is earlier. We saw in Tatpurusha also Vigrahavakya is the one that Ramasya Griham Ramagriham, so Shashti Tatpurusha, we know Shashti because Ramasya is there. Okay, and that is the most apt application. Ramat Griham, Ramaya Griham. In some rare occasion, Ramaya Griham, Ramagriham may be possible, but the most default one that comes to our mind is Rama's house, not house for Rama, house due to Rama, house from Rama, and all don't come to our mind so easily. In some rare occasion, maybe some particular peculiar sentence may take those paths, but it would be not wise for the Kavi to use a compound that is typically Ramasya Griham in other senses and confuse the reader and himself. Okay, they don't tend to do that. Anyway, Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi. So with examples we will learn. First, they are not even giving the Vigrahavakya, they are just throwing sentences at us. That is the best way. Prasanna Mukaha Ramaha. Okay, so कः रामः कीदृशः अस्ति, प्रसन्नमुखः अस्ति, अर्थात यस्य मुखं प्रसन्नं सः प्रसन्नमुखः इति, प्रसन्नं मुखं यस्य सः. That's how we reorder the Vigrahavakya. Okay, so that's what they will show later. See here, prasannam mukham yasya saha. So what is here? This is the Visheshanam and this is the Linga Visheshya Padasya Vachanam Sandarbhikam. So Lingam Matra Mukham is the Linga of the Mukha Shabda. So Mukham, we say, so Vadanam, Mukham, like that. So Prasannam is a Visheshana to the Mukha, so it takes the Napungasala. It's not Prasanna Mukham or Prasannaha Mukham, it is Prasannam Mukham. So that is another aspect within the Vigrahavakya's Purvapada and Uttarapada placement. We have to be aware of the Linga Vyavastha, etc., which is nothing to do with the eventual Linga of the Bahuvrihi. It's the native Linga of the Mukha that is dominating the Linga of the Prasanna, and together they appear in Napumsaka. Prasannam Mukham Yasya Saha. Okay, so over time we should know it is not mukaha, it is not mukha, it is mukham. Okay, we'll get more and more words clear in our head. That's okay. We make mistakes here there, that's okay. Okay, so that's what prasanna mukha. So what we get by it? So not only Rama is there, that he is actually in a happy mood is the sense we get from this Visheshana put by the Kavi in some Kavya somewhere. Okay, prasanna mukha Ramaha Vibhishanam eva muktavan, something like that. Okay, so हंसते हंसते राम ने कुछ बोला ऐसा विभीषण को, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं हम हिंदी में फिर प्रसन्न मुख वाला राम is I mean we should go with the explanation of the Bahuvrihi why it has been used by the Kavi. Okay, yeah, Pitambaraha Harihi. So that we just saw this Pitambara. So we Pitam. So here it is there somewhere they should have that also. Here sir, number 2. I was not looking to the right. Pitam ambaram yasya saha. Okay, so yellow cloth whomsoever he is of whomsoever. Yes, yeah, is of whomsoever he is Pitambaraha. Okay. So for example, Pitambaraha Harihi, Pitambaraha is a Bahuvrihi. Suppose the cloth itself was yellow. Okay. For example, Ramaha Pitambaram Dharati. That's also a Samasapada Pitambaram there. But what has happened? It is not a Bahuvrihi there. Viveka we have to use. Pitam Ambaram. So Karma Dharaya. The Ambara takes the Pita Varna. Yes, Bhagini?
Visheshana Purvapada.
Visheshana Purvapada. Pitam cha Ambaram cha Pitambaram. Something like that in the one of the types of Vigraha Vakya. Or we should go with more classical. Pitam cha Ambaram Asau Ambaram. Something like that we have to use. Yes. Bhagini.
Shvetani Vastrani Adetara.
Adetara. Shweta Vastram Tara. Pitambaram, correct. But there it won't be Pitambaraha because if it was that is only fortunate that it is not same as Pitambaraha. If Ambara was a Pullinga Shabda, there also in Karmadhara also it would have been Pitambaraha. But Ambara is a Napumsaka Shabda, so it is not clashing with Pitambaraha. For example, Pitambaram Mitram. Pitambaraha Hari, Pitambaram Mitram. Now Pitambaram Mitram, because it's a Visheshana to Mitram, we should not take it as yellow cloth. We should take it as the one with the yellow cloth, the friend with the yellow cloth. Okay, so Linga might collide if instead of Hari we had a Mitram there or some other Napumsaka word there, like Brahma is a Napumsaka word, for example. Okay, so like this, those things are possible. Anyway, Krita Bojanaha Balaha. So, Kritam Bojanam. Now, Yasya Saha won't fit. You see, Yena Saha, by whomsoever. So, done the eating by whomsoever. We cannot, of whomsoever is not possible. Okay, so by this Bojana dictates a by type of pratyaya in English mentally. I mean, whichever language mentally. So, that will be Yena in Samskrita. ಯಾರಿಂದ ಊಟವು ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿತೋ ಅವನು ಕೃತಭೋಜನಃ. किसने खाया वो कृतकाया, कृतखाना वाला, or कृतभोजनः. You don't need to go in Hindi. कृतभोजनः. Okay, so that's a कृतभोजनः बालः. कृतभोजनः बालः संतुष्टः दृश्यते. The boy who has completed his eating seems happy, like that. Okay, some other extra full sentence I am saying. Okay, so that's what is here. Kritam bojanam yena saha. So see, there it was yasya saha, here it is yena saha. This yasya, this yena, this yasmat is our correct viveka to place. Okay, finally it is a Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi because the prasanna and mukha are both in the prathama vibhakti together. Kritam and bojanam both are in prathama vibhakti together. Okay, similarly you will see everywhere. Okay, so this is the Samanadikaranatva. That means they both are situated in common vibhakti. Right now, because all are looking a Pratama vibhakti, but there may be some case where other pairing happens in other vibhaktis. I am directly not aware at this moment, but at least they are situated in the same adhikarana, which means same vibhakti, same placement as Visheshana Visheshya pairs more or less. Okay, so Krita Bhojanaha. Krita Bhojanaha doesn't have a Visheshana Visheshya sense, you see. Kritam Bhojanam Yena Sa. Okay? So, yes, sir.
That Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi, in that the two words situate at the same item.
Yeah, that's what they will explain. They will explain. Let us wait. Actually, I am probably jumping the gun, Bhagini. They will explain. Okay, well, let's read on. Dhrita Pushpa Balika. So, what do you understand? Dhrita means wearing, Pushpa means flower, Balika is girl. So, that means the girl who is wearing a flower. So, Dhrita Pushpa is a Visheshana to Balika, and so it's in Strilinga. So, Pushpam is a Napumsaka pada. So, Dhritam Pushpam Yaya Sa. Now we have to switch to not yes, Yaya Sa. By a girl. Okay. So, Yena will switch to Yaya. That's what. Oh, Pushpani, why not? Why one flower? Dhrithani Pushpani Yaya Sa. See, this is better. So, whoever is one flower, very rarely somebody wears. So, Dhrithani Pushpani Yaya Sa. But if you did Dhritam Pushpam Yaya Sa, it is still legally accurate. Nothing inaccurate. Okay. Then Patita Parnaha Vrikshaha. So the tree from which all the leaves are significant number of leaves are fallen. Okay. So Patitani Parnani. Parnam Parnani. So Patitani Parnani Yasmat. Because the Patana Kriya dictates a Panchami. Yasmat Saha. I think you see. Yeah, see. So, Patitani Parnani Yasmat Saha. Because Panchami is dictated due to the falling action. So, little bit that the Purvapada, Parapada, their action dictates. Okay. So, yeah. So, Patitani Parnani Yasmat Saha Vrikshaha Taruhu Kimapi. Pullinge Syat. If it is another thing, then we should switch the linga, that's all. Nirgata Vyagram Vanam. See, it's a Visheshana to Vanam, so Vyagram. So, but we know Vyagraha is Pullinga Shabda. So, Nirgataha Vyagraha. Gone the tiger. Or Nirgataha Vyagraha also. Right? Nirgataha Vyagraha. So, Nirgamana Kriya is involved. So, we should put Yasmat from whichever. So, Yasmat Tat Vanam. So, okay. So, see, Nirgataha Vyagraha, I would convert it to Bahuvachana. One single Vyagra, why will it go from the Vana? When all are gone, we say Nirgata Vyagram Vanam. That's the correct. I mean, it's bereft of tigers, which is the sad state of most of our forests. So, Nirgataha Vyagraha Yasmat Saha. Nirgata Vyagram Vanam. Yes,
Sir,
somebody.
why they have put Saha instead of Tat? Because Vanam should be...
Tat. I think you are right. I think there is I also ended up saying Saha. So, Tat, Vanam, Aranyam, you are right. This is a mistake. Saha is a mistake. So, here they have put the form correctly. So, we should learn from that. Nirgata Vyagram Vanam. We should cut this Saha and make it Tat Bhagini. You are right. Good catch. Okay. So, Veera Purushaha Gramaha. This is a Pullinga Shabda. So, this is normally Veera Purusha is a Shashti Tat Purusha. Right? It's a Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharaya. Okay. So, Yaha Purushaha Veeraha api asti Saha Veera Purushaha. So, Veeraha cha asau Purushaha Veera Purushaha is the Karmadharaya. But here, because in a sentence, Veera Purushaha Gramaha Tat Saha, somebody is saying, that is a Veera Purusha Grama. What do we mean when in any bhasha when you say it's a Veera Purusha Grama? That means in that Grama, everybody is a very valor-filled fella. Okay, so that's the sense of that. So, Veeraha Purushaha Yasmin Saptami. In which Grama where all the fighting force are valor filled. So let me take Purusha in the sense of fighting force to go with the correct sense today. So are all valor filled, that grama. So in whichever. So yasmin. So saha Veera Purushaha gramaha. In the above sentences, the words that combine to form the compound are in the same case. All of them are in Prathama here above. Okay. Thus, if the two words in the same case are compounded to form Bahuvrihi, it is known by the name Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi. When they say this, they should throw in an example for us to help us with another Vibhakti. I am not able to suddenly think. Anyway, leave it. Okay, it is to be noted here that in the Vigraha Vakya, the forms of Yad and Tad Shabda change according to the desired meanings. We saw there is a little bit of Viveka involved in that, right? So, Yasya Saha means he who possesses or has. Yena Saha, he by whom, he through whom, he with whom, like that. Okay, Yaya Sa, and she with whom, she by whom, this sense. Okay, then Yasmat Saha, from whichever, source sense, that forest from which. Okay, so forest they thrown in, that from which. Forest, I don't know why they threw it in, because it happened to be the example above and we are talking with reference to them, so that's why they threw it in. Okay, Yasmin Saha, the village in which. Okay, that in which. Therefore, while dissolving a Bahuvrihi Samasa, Vigraha Vakya Rachana is dissolution. Bahuvrihi Samasa, you must carefully choose the proper form of Yad Tad. So, and to use in the Vigraha Vakya depending on the meaning of the given Bahuvrihi Samasa word. Now, one thing, if you are coming to a sense of Yahasaha, then that is not a Bahuvrihi. Most likely some error has happened. So it should have some Dvitiya, Tritiya, that kind of Yad Shabda. Yam, Yena, Yasmai, Yasmat, Yasya, Yasmin. Okay. Usually Yahasaha won't come. Okay. It feels like Prasanna Mukaha Yaha Saha Ramaha, but that is in a Vakya. Prasanna Mukaha Yaha Asti Tatra Saha Eva Ramaha. That is different. But in the Vigraha Vakya of Prasanna Mukaha, Prasannam Mukam Yasya Saha Prasanna Mukaha, like that. Okay. For example, I am just thinking here, Mukha is a part, Ambara is a part in the sense of a cloth, Bhojana is something that he has eaten, Pushpa is something that she has worn, Parna is part of the Vriksha, Vyagra is something that belongs to the Vana. Here the Purusha belongs to the Grama. So there is a sense of part of the whole, part of the whole, part of the whole everywhere, if you see. Okay. So, for example, Sundara Purushaha, okay, Ramaha. Suppose in a sentence I write Sundara Purushaha Ramaha Vasati, like that. Now that Sundara Purushaha cannot be Bahuvrihid into Rama. You see the problem? Because Rama is entirely the Purusha. So Purushatva is not part of the whole. So you cannot Bahuvrihi Sundaraha Purusharama. Otherwise, how will end up Bahuvrihiing it? Sundaraha Purushaha Yahasaha. You are mentally have to force to that way, because Yahasaha is whole, right? So Sundaraha Purushaha Yahasaha, that is not a Bahuvrihi. And that place, that Sundara Purushaha cannot become a Bahuvrihi pointer to Rama. It is a Karmadaraya, which is forced into a Visheshanatva with Rama. Sundaraha asau Purushaha, Sundaraha Purusha, Sundara Purushaha, Ramaha yaha Sundara Purushaha api. So Sundara Purushaha Ramaha tatra vasati, something like that. Okay. You see the trouble with Yahasaha? whole needs to come. So in what they should have explained this. They should have explained this. Somewhere they may explain this anga bhava. So there is anga angi bhava. Anga angi bhava, we call it. Samskrita is very technically very precise in explaining all this. So part and whole sense. Angi is the one who is the whole, one who has the angas, like that. So that's everywhere there is a part whole sense. Mukha of Rama, Ambara of Hari, Bhojana partaken by the Bala, the flower that is worn by the Balika, the leaves that belong to the Vriksha, the tigers that reside in the forest, and the many persons that reside in a grama. Here it is that sense, that's why it feels. Okay. Sundara Purushah Gramaha Bahuvrihi. Sundara Purushah Ramaha Karmadharaya. Visheshana. Got it? Are people able to appreciate this?
Yes, sir.
This is very
Yes,
important.
sir.
Otherwise, we will lose the sense of Bahuvrihi.
Yes, sir.
Suppose it was his hand, then it would have been
Yeah.
Bahuvrihi.
Yeah. Komala Hasta Sita. Bahuvrihi. Okay? Huh. Komala Mahila Sita Karmadharaya. Okay? For example, how do you put that in a Bahuvrihi? That's how you think. Komala Mahila Yasa. You will be forced to say Yasa. Means Karmadharaya. Moment Yahasaha Yasa Yat Tat has come, technically you are going to Karmadharaya Vigraha. Okay? The Mahila being the whole, there is no other thing being pointed. Mahila is pointed, and Sita also happens to be the Mahila. That's in a Vakya Viveka. Okay? Good.
Sir, in situations where the word itself is definitely meaning somebody, for example, Neelakantha, then it's
No, but
not
Kantha is part. Kantha is part of Shiva. So Neelakantha is a Bahuvrihi. Neelaha Kantaha Yasya Saha Neelakantaha. But you don't need Shiva there in a sentence. I agree.
Right.
I know what
Yes, sir,
you are
that was
at sentence level. You don't need that other thing pointed to be present explicitly. In our brain, it has to point. That's all.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to appear as a Visheshan.
No. Kriyapada itself is optional. Where is the Shiva needs to come with Neelakanta? Huh? Yeah.
So that itself is good enough to denote Shiva.
Yeah. Or Mayura. I mean, it depends on even by the way, Neelakanta is the name for even a peacock in Samskrita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Vyadhikarana Bahuvrihi. If two words ending in different case affixes are compounded to form the Bahuvrihi, it is called Vyadhikarana. So basically what has happened, V Upasarga has been added to Adhikarana. So Adhikarana Vyatyayaha Asti. Difference in Adhikarana is there. Right? That is called Vyadhikarana. Okay? So Vyadhikarana Bahuvrihi. So you see the names, once we get the meaning of them, these short names are themselves full Lakshana Kathana. That's why I appreciate our Vyakaranas. They gave names that are extremely Lakshana based. Okay? I mean, I use the word Vyakarana, not Panini. Sometimes may not use this exact names. Maybe he uses also. Only go to Sutra, somewhere he may have that. But it may be more the other grammarians, Vyakyakaras, etc., who have named these classes very nicely also. Okay. If two words ending in different case affixes are compounded to form the Bahuvrihi, it is called Vyadhikarana Bahuvrihi. Shula Panihi. So here the Shula is not a Visheshana to Pani. Like in most cases you see here Prasanna Mukha Visheshana, Pita Ambara Visheshana, Krita Bhojana, some relationship is there. Okay, that which is eaten is Kritam, is done. So that's what Dhrita Pushpa, that Pushpa is worn. So there is some kind of direct interrelationship in the same Vibhakti there. Here it is not, because Shula is basically the trident. Shiva's trident. Pani is the hand. So the relationship is that the Pani holds the Shula. So see here, Shulam Panau. So the shulam, which is the trident, this is in Prathama Vibhakti, by the way. Panau, in the hand. Yasya saha, of whomsoever he. So one who has a trident in the hand, but really the Butler English is better. The trident in the hand of whomsoever he, Shiva. In the Aparapada is Shiva, Mahadeva, whatever. Okay?
Mahodaya,
Huh.
how is it Panav? It is in, he is holding in only one hand. No? Pani
Ay,
only
Saptami Ekavachana Bhagini. It is not Ramah, Ramah, Ramah. Now you are like that Chatura Bharta trying to marry that bride.
Sorry, Mahodaya.
Okay. So Pani Shabda, Panau is Saptami Ekavachana. Harau, remember? Harihi, Hari, Harayaha. Harau iti Saptami Ekavachana. Okay? So whenever you see out, don't think of Ramau. Gada Panihi. So Gada Panau Yasya Saha Bhimaha. Hanuman also fits, but typically in Mahabharata Gada Pani Bhima. Okay, it could be more. I mean, like I told, Nilakantha can be for a Mayur also, why Shiva. Okay. Shulam and Gada are in Prathama Vibhakti. See, they have identified. Panau is in Saptami Vibhakti. Therefore, these are instances of Vyadhikarana Bahuvrihi. Now, don't think Prathama Saptami like that. See, look at the generic definition. If two words ending in different case suffixes are compounded. So, the generic statement is different case suffixes, not Prathama and Saptami. Okay? So, don't generalize from the example. Look for the explanation, and hopefully we will see enough examples to see little bit variant versions also. Again, they have not yet given, so let us see what emerges. Okay, all right. Nai Bahuvrihi. I think I will do for some more time, and then we will take a small water break. Nai Bahuvrihi. If in a Bahuvrihi compound one of the words is negative particle na, negative particle na, the compound is known as Nai Bahuvrihi. Okay, so Adanaha. So you can see the Nai is there as Akara, because this is a Vyanjana Shabda. Dhana has a Vyanjana Adi Varna. So Ana becomes A. Okay, so Adanaha. So na vidya, the vigraha is a little bit more detailed. Na vidyate, which exists. Na vidyate dhanam yasya saha. So dhanam is napumsaka, but dhanaha because it's pointing to a pullinga shabda. So yasya saha. So na vidyate dhanam yasya saha. So daridraha iti vaktum adanaha ityapi vaktum shaknumaha. So it points to somebody who is not having money. It's neither pointing to money nor about the na part of it. So the nai prefix itself is the purvapada, and that has taken on because of the technology of nai adding. Okay, it becomes adanaha. Okay, in some places ana will come, some cases a will come. Anasaktihi, it's where ana will come. Asaktihi, anasaktihi. I'm not saying anasaktihi is a bahuvrihi. I'm just saying about nai part. Okay. Okay.
How to distinguish this from nai tatpurusha?
See, there in nai tatpurusha, the dhana is not a purusha, so it's pointing to somebody else, right? Dhana. For example, there adhanam, something like that is put, let's say. Okay, na dhanam adhanam, nai tatpurusha. Okay, basically it's context again. To say this is tatpurusha and this bahuvrihi, we need a sentence with a clear understanding of the relationship of this word with the neighborhoods. Okay.
Okay.
So standalone, like I said, adanaha I can tell because it's in pullinga and dhana is a napumsaka shabda, so it must be somebody else that's being pointed to. But adhanam mitram, suppose adhanam asti, and in a sentence I use it as another adhanam mitram ma bhut iti. Let my friend be rich, some desire, bad desire if I have. So adhanam mitram ma bhut mama iti, let us say. It's not a great sentence to say, but so there adhanam mitram, adhanam is a bahuvrihi visheshana to the mitram. Okay, but adhanam na bhavet. Okay, dhanayuktam bhavet iti. Something like that. In some other ukti like that, it is a tatpurusha.
Okay. Avagatam.
Can I try to interpret it?
Please do, Bhagini.
Nai tatpurusha, even if it is the same word, adhanaha, that which is not dhana.
But Bhagini,
And in
Bhagini,
Bahuvrihi,
adhanaha,
one who does not have dhana.
Bhagini, hold on. Dhana is not having a pullinga. So adhanaha cannot come in nai tatpurusha.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to help him with.
Ha.
So you cannot use adhanaha in tatpurusha. Unless you go to Amarakosha and find dhana is a ubaya linga shabda. Okay? But I think it is a napumsaka linga shabda.
Okay, the example that has been given there is adharmaha.
Dharma
So
is a
that
pullinga
which is
shabda.
not dharma.
Correct. Adharma is a good example to take. Yeah, very good. Dharma is also pullinga. Adharma, some fellow is also pullinga. So adharma can be pointing to some ramaha. Adharma means about something that is a not dharmic, which without pointing to another. The thing, the vastu itself, dharma itself is not adharma like that. Yes, that is a nai
Act.
correct. Nai tatpurusha version. Okay. Here
So
it is
here, sir-
easier, Bhagini, because of dhana being napumsaka, but I think you got the point. Yeah.
So here we can have nirdhanaha.
We can use it in Nan Bahuvrihi.
Nirdhanaha, very good. Somebody said nirdhanaha. Yeah, that's a that one is a upasarga version, but here they have used the nai version. Okay, so nirdhanaha. How do we? What classification will give? Dhanam nasti yasya saha. Yasmin saha. Sorry, dhanam nasti yasmin saha. So I don't know how that may be a upasarga purva pada karma dharaya something. It may not be included here, but there will be some classification. Okay. Sorry, Bahuvrihi. Bahuvrihi.
It might be Pradi Samas and Naya.
No. It is a Bahuvrihi as well. Nirdhanaha is also a Bahuvrihi because it points to another. By the very nature, Nirdhanaha, it is pointing to another. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. It cannot be, it has to fall under Bahuvrihi. What Bahuvrihi we can argue. That's all. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Mahodaya, what about adharmi?
Adharmi. It's a pullinga of that would become adharmi. Then yeah. Because we have to check. Maybe instead of adharma, since adharmi is taken with another pratyaya, so it is maybe a bahuvrihi with some other pratyaya added rather than a normal.
Sir, that would be thak pratyaya, sir.
With including some
dharmikaha-
other what you call kridanta variant. Okay, on top of here it is a kta type of pratyaya, adanaha. So maybe another pratyaya has been added on top of the bahuvrihi before the subanta adding. Okay, yeah.
It may be adharmikaha.
Yes, sir. That will be thak pratyaya, sir.
Dharmikaha is with another type of pratyaya, just like you said. Oh, thak is the variant, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Mahodaya,
Tuck or duck?
Nirdhana-
Duck, no?
Thak, sir. That only
Mahaprana
remains from
Dhak.
thak.
Yeah, Mahaprana Dhak. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on. I think we are getting into unnecessary complication. What will happen with this is we will not learn the base first. So let's just move forward and conclude what is there to learn from this book. Okay, let's not divert now. Okay, adanaha na vidyate danam yasya saha, avidyaha na vidyate vidya yasya saha. So it's pull napumsaka there and strilinga here, but vidyate is a kriyapada, so no need to change that. Okay. So avidya, how na vidyate vidya yasyaah sa. Okay, that will be the form. Saha purvapada bahuvrihi. If a compound, if in a bahuvrihi compound the saha is the first word, it is saha purvapada bahuvrihi. Okay, saha in the compound in the vigraha vakya. In the final vakya it will collapse to just the sa. Okay, so it becomes a shorter sa. So salakshmanaha, lakshmanena saha vartate iti. So look for this saha vartate and the tritiya ekavachana form of salakshmanaha, lakshmanena saha vartate iti salakshmanaha. For example, salakshmanaha, then you should put lakshmanena saha vartante iti salakshmanaha. Okay, vartante only, vartate will change to vartante. It will not become bahuvachana of Lakshmana, because only one Lakshmana. So it's not Lakshmanaihi saha, Lakshmanena saha vartante iti, or don't do it even, don't bother. What I do is I do ekavachana vigraha, Lakshmanena saha vartate iti sa Lakshmanaha, te sa Lakshmanaha. You to do the vibhakti viparyaya last, te sa Lakshmanaha, like that. That's the correct, technically accurate way of doing bahuvrihi. Do it in ekavachana and then do bahuvachana conversion. For example, if it is in another vibhakti, we should do that anyway. Salakshmanena, for example, in a sentence, Salakshmanena Sita tatra gacchati, like that. Okay. So actually Salakshmana Sita bhavati. Salakshmana actually it will not become go to other vibhakti in the context I explained. Okay, anyway, so since we need to do for other vibhaktis with a extra vakya, do it for bahuvachana also is the general advice I want to give. Okay, in compounds the word saha is changed to sa. Saputraha, putrena saha vartate iti saputraha. Saharihi, harina saha vartate iti saharihi. Okay, we all want to be with Hari. Study the following sentences with Bahuvrihi Samasa to understand them better. So, Vignopashantaye Prasannavadanam Vishnum Dhyayet. See, Prasannavadanam Vishnum. See, both are in karma position here. Okay, in the sentence. But Prasannavadanaha Vishnuhu is the first derivative in our head. Prasannam vadanam yasya saha prasannavadanaha arthat Vishnuhu. Tam prasannavadanam Vishnum Vignopashantaye sarve ekah dhyayet. Somebody may pray like that. Okay, to ward off the impediments, one must meditate on Vishnu who has a bright face. It sounds so lame in English. Bright face. Okay, Ratrau Rakshaka Bataha Dandahastah Griham Paritah Brahmati. So Dandaha Haste Yasya Saha Dandahastah. Kaha Thada Saha Dandahastah Rakshaka Bataha Saha. So this is also a samasa. We will not go into its explosion. So in the night, the security fellow who is with the stick in hand, he roams around the house. Okay, Brahmati Paritaha Graham. Okay, so like this. So we'll take a break here. There are a few more examples actually, but we will read it after the break. Okay, it's a good point to break. In 4 minutes we will gather back and do some more before we conclude today. Okay, yeah, please take a break.
Record in progress.
Okay. So one thing, I shouldn't have put it in the same color here. Now I suddenly realized that there is a folly of mine in coloring this. So this Sahapu Purvapada Bahuvrihi explanation finishes there. A person who is with that sentence. It's all that much only. So imagine the color has changed here. Okay, now this is now a series of additional examples with the full sentence given to us by them. This is actually where we start appreciating the Bahuvrihitva, Tatpurushatva and all those things better in the context of a sentence. In fact, sometimes you need also the paragraph context, etc. sometimes, because not every word may be present in a given sentence. Some borrow backs and borrow forwards are needed mentally. But at least here they wouldn't be falling short of not mentioning the required words, so everything will be there for the example understanding. Okay, so this is now a mixture. 1, 2, 3, 4 scores of examples have been given in full sentence, highlighting the focus word. Because see, Vignopashantaye, here itself there is samasta, so don't go there now. Okay, yes, eventually we need to go everywhere, but that will be a nice exercise at home to try. What can be this, what can be that? Okay, but let's focus on. So Vignopashantaye prasannavadanam Vishnum dhyayet. So Vishnuhu prasannavadanaha tam prasannavadanam Vishnum dhyayet. So prasannam vadanam yasya saha prasannavadanaha, like that we have to mentally associate both. So it's a Samanadhikarana Bahuvrihi is the immediate conclusion we take from that. So Ratrau Rakshakabataha Danda Hastaha, again it's a straightforward. Hasta is part of the Rakshakabata, and but here Danda and Hasta cannot be in the same Adhikarana, right? The Hasta has to be holding the Danda. So Dandaha Haste, I think it is Dandaha Pullinga. So Dandaha Haste Yasya Saha. So yes, yes, Haste Yasya Saha, correct. Okay, this is Saptami, but finally it is Yasya Saha, like here Panau Yasya Saha. Okay, so that's the Vyadhikarana. It's not Samanadhikarana. Not, I mean, very subtle. Sometimes we wonder why do we need all these classifications. It is needed because we have to appreciate the Vigraha correctly. So once we know that there is actually classification, we understand these words better. Because finally we have to understand this word in the sense of its Vigraha in the sentence. Okay, that's why. Here it may be very straightforward, but in some other places, especially if you are reading Bhasas, Bhanas stuff, it will be like a sentence long samasta. So you need the, I mean, sometimes it becomes too technically nutty to break them. That's why Kalidasa is pleasing, because he doesn't go into enormous samastas. He uses very colorful samastas. It's short enough. Okay, so we continue studying more of them. So Gadapanihi Vibhishanaha Chaturbihi Rakshasaihi Saha Utpapata. So Vibhishana is being called Gadapani, not Bhima. So you can see it can be anybody. So Gadapanihi Vibhishanaha Chaturbihi Rakshasaihi Saha Utpapata. So Vibhishana, who was having Gada, a mace in his hand, he fell into fighting with 4 Rakshasas. Okay, interesting. Okay, so he helped Rama directly in actually conducting the war itself, not just in advising him. So Chhatraha Shvetavastraha Shalam Gachanti. So see here, see the order is also very important, guys. Sometimes when people say it can be in order, I will tell you no. Order has certain meaning in the sentence also. For example, Shvetavastraha Chhatraha Shalam Gachanti is a lame thing. White clothed students go to the school, nothing specific. But here the order is slightly other way, and that's important. What it's trying to tell, the order is Chhatraha Shvetavastraha Bhutva Shalam Gachanti is the sense. So when putting afterwards the Visheshana is being cast onto the Chhatras as an additional thing they did almost. Bhutva, Tvanta has to be mentally taken there. Okay, so Chhatraha Shvetavastraha Bhutva Shalam Gachanti is how I read in this order. If it was before, I say white clothed students, there is nothing special, they are simple Visheshana there. Okay, so students wearing white clothes go to school. So you can see the sense, wearing in having worn sense is there, that's all. Okay, in the way in which we think. But anyway, finally Shvetani Vastrani Yasya Saha Shveta Vastraha Chhatraha Te Shveta Vastraha Chhatraha Bahuvachane. Shvetani Vastrani, Shvetam Vastram, both are okay. You can look at Vastra as one entity, even if it is multi-piece Vastra, or you can look at it as multi-piece separately. So Shvetam Vastram also is okay, Shvetani Vastrani is also okay. Important thing is Vastram Vastrani. Vastraha Vastraha cannot be used there in the Vigraha. You have to know the correct linga. Okay, all right. Adhanaha dhanam kamayante. Those without money. So Nai Bahuvrihi. Okay. So, and this is Bahuvachana. So dhanam na vidyate yasya saha adhanaha te adhanaha. Adhanaha dhanam kamayante. Obviously, they desire money. Okay. Dasharatha Maharajaha Bahukalam Aputraha Asit. See here, this one. So this one is a 3 stack. So we have to do Maharaja first and then add Dasharatha as a Purva Pada to it, and so there is a kind of double Karma Dharya there. Or one is, you can call it as amongst the list of many kings, one king, Dasharatha. So this is like a Jati Vyakti sense, right? And Maharaja is a Visheshana Purva Pada. Yes, Bhagini?
I was saying Sambhavana.
Sambhavana. Correct, Bhagini. The Jati Vyakti is Sambhavana. Correct. Bhagini used, reminded us of the correct name to you. So, Maharaja, see, I am getting deviated. Okay, anyway, let me move forward. Bahukalam, again there is a Samasta. So, guys, Samasta everywhere in Samskritam. Aputraha Asit, that's a focus. So, Putraha Navartate, Navartate Yasya Saha. Okay. So, Aputraha. Saha Salakshmanaha Sasitascha Ramaha Vanam Gataha. They have thrown double one. So Lakshmanena Saha Vartate iti Salakshmanaha Artat Ramaha. Sitaya Saha Vartate iti Punaha Tasya Anyat Visheshanamasti Sasitaha iti. Sitaha Pashyatu. Sitascha ityatra Shchutvam Abhavat. Pratamam Sakaradeshaha Visargasya Sthane. Actually reversal of Visarga, then Shchutva. Okay, that is the, you would have learnt in the earlier levels. So Ramaha Vanam Gataha. So with Lakshmana and with Sita, Rama went to the forest, but it has been set in more colorful way using a Visheshana, Bahuvrihi Visheshana to Rama. So anyway, you would say Ramaha Sitaya Lakshmanena Chasaha Vanam Gataha is the some ordinary way of putting it. Okay. Kusuma hastaha nartakyaha rangam pravishanti. So here you see, this Kusuma hastaha is not merely a dumb Visheshana to Nartakis. It is a Visheshana saying the Nartakis who are bearers of flowers in their hand. That means it's painting the picture for us beautifully. So Kusuma hastaha nartakyaha rangam pravishanti. You can change the order also. Nartakyaha kusumahastaha rangam pavishanti. Slightly more colorful that order than this order. Okay, like earlier we saw Chatraha Shveta Vastraha style. But anyway, so in this case, when they are entering the Ranga, they better be kusumahastas. Okay, this is not like generic property of Nartaki that they are generally having a flower in hand, so they are known as kusumahasta. So it is because they are actually physically carrying the flowers here in this instance. Okay, that is the meaning we have to take here. Yeah, see, with the flowers in hands, the dancer enters the stage. It is not dancers who normally have flowers in their hands. Now today enter the stage without flower is not the intent. Okay. Umeshaha sarvada samitraha bhavati. See, mitram shabda. Mitrena saha vartate samitraha. Pullinga. Yaha vartate iti. So how do you say yata vartate? How they broke it down? Iti. They don't put yaha saha. Almost it came to my mouth. Putrena saha vartate yaha saha came to my mouth. So you have to say iti in the vigraha. Very careful. Sorry. So that's one. Samitraha. So Umesha Savada Samitraha, he always is chit chatting with his friends, much to the consternation of his mother. Himalaya Parvatah Unnata Shikarah Asti. So, Unnata Shikarah. So, Unnatani Shikarani Yasya Saha Unnata Shikarah Parvatah Artat Atra Himalaya Iti Parva. So, this is a Sambhavana Purvapada. Okay, Karmadarya. Hey. I think Sambhavana, correct. Okay, so the Himalayan mountain has lofty peaks. The compound words printed in bold in the above sentences. So what I have already done this as we went about this. Okay, so this is more for notes purpose. It is there. We need to be able to identify what kind, etc. We have more or less done the stuff along the way. So 4 types: Samanadhikarana, Vyadhikarana, Nai, and Sahapurvapada. These are the variants we have learned so far. Okay. And of course, another thing to memorize now at this point is, just like we learn Sahataute, we have to also, along with that, learn Kaha, Kau, Ke, Yaha, Yau, Ye, etc., which are very simple prototypes following Sahataute only. Okay, so it should not be too difficult, but it's important. So once I will read Yaha, Yau, Ye, Yam, that is grayed out because we don't use it in the Vigraha Vakya, but it's there. Yam, Yau, Yan, Yena, Yabhyam, Yaihi, Yasmai, Yabhyam, Yebhyah, Yasmat, Yabhyam, Yebhyah. There is one more form here with the Jastva that I dropped it. Yasya, Yayoho, Yesham, Yasmin, Yayoho, Yeshu. So Ya, Ye, Yaha, Yam, Ye, Yaha, Yaya, Yabhyam, Yabihi, Yasyai, Yabhyam, Yabhyah, Yasyaha, Yabhyam, Yabhyah, Yasyaha, Yayoho, Yasam, Yasyam, Yayoho, Yasu. So typically we get 3 copycats, 2-3 copycats here, and then Shishti, Dvivachana and Saptami copycats. Something that over time we will learn. And also usually Dvivachana of Prathama and Dvitiya also have copycats. Here it's Bahuvachana also has a copycat, but many places they don't, so we can't conclude from this one. Okay, and this Yaha, Kaha and all won't have Sambodhana, is meaningless. Sambodhana is not applicable in a sentence for something like Yaha. Hey Yaha, I mean, hey Ya, what is that? It's meaningless. Okay. So similarly, for Napumsaka, only Yat, Ye, Yani, Yat, Ye, Yani. First two, after that it's like Pullinga. Yena, Yabhyam, Yahi, like that. So Tatute, Tani prototype. Here is Sa, Te, Taha. Here it is Saha, Taute. Okay. Of course, similarly, Yesha, Yetau, Yete, Yesha and all will happen. We know that. So anyway, Sarvanama tables are distinct from other noun tables. That's why they have to be learned separately. Sarvanamas have their own peculiarity. I think Panini must have a declension section related to Sarvanama with new rules. The compound words printed in bold in the above sentences are dissolved as follows, has been explained along with the example reading. So let's go to Vishesha.
So,
yes, Bhagini.
So in the previous screen, 9th one has Mitrai, Samitraha. Vigraha Vakya is Mitraih Saha. Why is it plural then? Mitrena Saha, Mitraihi Saha. Mitraiha Saha is given. Why Mitraihi? Because typically this Umesha is such a fellow that he spends time with more than one friend. Okay, but like how can we conclude? You conclude either way is okay. Okay. No problem, Bhagini. Okay, you can assume Umesha is with one friend, and if you do Vigraha Vakya as Mitrena Saha, nothing incorrect. Okay? But just like we saw earlier, Pushpa, Sapushpa. So it's like I think it's not Sapushpa, it was some other thing, Kusuma Hasta. So here you can, Kusumani will be better than, right? Like that one. Yeah, correct. That's the sense, yeah. Same thing here. Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir. You apply your Viveka. If you do Ekavachana, nothing wrong. Yeah. Somebody else?
Mahodaya. Mahodaya, illi Himalaya Parvataha Unnat. Hello.
Heli madam, heli kelistha ide heli.
Himalaya Parvataha Unnata Shikaraha Asti anta helidare alva. So ಉನ್ನತಂ ಶಿಖರಂ ಯಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಸಹ ಅದು ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಮಹೋದಯ.
ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಶಿಖರ, ಒಂದು ಪರ್ವತ. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ವತದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಶಿಖರಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತವಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಪರ್ವತದಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಶಿಖರಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಭಾಗ, ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಭಾಗ, ಒಂದು ಟೇರ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಉನ್ನತಾಣಿ ಶಿಖರಾಣಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಚಾಮುಂಡಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಒಂದು ಶಿಖರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಭಗಿನ್ಯಾ किमर्थं बहुवचनम् उन्नतानि शिखराणि इति वक्तव्यं? पर्वतः एकः एव अस्ति, शिखरः एकः एव भवेत्, तस्य शिखरम् एकमेव भवेत् तस्य इति सुष्ठु पृष्टं तया. तद् चिन्ता नास्ति, एकवचने अपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः विग्रहं.
Himalaya is a mountain range.
But finally पर्वतः is there, no भगिनी? हिमालयाः, हिमालयपर्वताः इति नास्ति. अस्तु, चिन्ता मा करोतु. मेनी मौण्टन्स् हेव् मल्टिपल् पीक्स् आल्सो in tears. Okay, she got it, she got the sense of it. Okay, so let's do this before we call it a day. This is a quick reading, that's all. So let me read slowly and we will get it. Visheshah. So these are the points. Maybe we have already Saraswati, somebody is some recital is coming through. Saraswati Taigarajan, your mute button is going crazy. Okay, I think she is muted finally. Okay, you know that in a Bahuvrihi compound, a word outside the compound is predominant, is the one pointed to. Hence Bahuvrihi compound is always an adjective of another word. Oh my god. Can I ask Saraswati Bhagini to quit and rejoin? Something has gone crazy with your mobile. It's unmuting and disturbing us. Saraswati Taigarajan, are you hearing? Okay, I will have to throw her out, guys. Okay, because she is not allowing. Okay, because our class is disturbed. I apologize to her, but I have to throw her out of the meeting. Vishesha, you know that in Bahuvrihi a word outside the compound is predominant. Hence Bahuvrihi compound is always an adjective of another word. You also know that adjectives follow the gender and number of the noun they qualify. Pitam ambaram yasya saha pitambaraha. So it took pullinga here to go with saha. Okay, but here Pitam ambaram went in napumsaka to go with ambaras linga. Pitam being visheshana takes that. Okay, so that is a visheshana visheshya linga samya. Here this is aparapada linga samya in the samasta and the aparapada. Okay, here the word ambaram is neutral, but the word pitambaraha is in masculine gender, because Hari, who wears yellow garment, is in masculine gender. Okay, so we got that sense. Yeah, a few more examples are given below. Prasannam vadanam yasya saha prasanna vadanaha. The word vadanam is a neuter gender word, but the word prasanna vadanaha is in masculine gender. Shvetam vastram yasya saha shveta vastraha. Again neuter gender. The word vastram is in neuter gender word, therefore the shveta vastra but instead is in masculine. Dhrutam pushpam, they have taken similar type. Okay, yayasa. Here strilinga, napumsaka pushpa, but the pada is strilinga to go with sa. The word pushpam is in neutral gender, but the word dhruta pushpa is in feminine gender. Likitam chitram yayasa, likita chitra. So again neutral gender and strilinga. Okay, bahavaha janaha yasmin tat. Okay, lot of people in whichever. So bahujanam. So griham, vahanam, yanam, anything can be bahujanam. Typically it can be gramam, it can be desha also.
Well, Bahujanaha it will become. So Bahujanaha Deshaha. Janaha is a masculine gender word, but the word Bahujanam is in neuter gender to go with Griham. They didn't say that, but it's understood. While dissolving a Bahuvrihi, the Vachana of the compound words must be determined from the meaning of the compound word. Okay. Lavanya Varye, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Please ask.
Sir, Unnata Shikara can be a Visheshana Purvapada Karmadharya?
It can be if it's pointing to Shikara itself, not to the Parvata. Correct. We have seen that dilemma in many places.
Unnataha Shikara can be right. It is Purva.
Unfortunately, yes. In the exam, when they only throw Unnata Shikaraha, then you have to know whether Shikara is a Pullinga Pada, so can it be Unnata Shikaraha? If Shikara is a Napumsaka Linga Pada, you cannot make it a Karmadharya there.
Okay.
Got it. But if there are cases where that can be also Pullinga Shabda, right? Then you use your Viveka or do both. You say according to sentence context, either is possible, like that you do. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
That's another smart way. But don't break Unnata Shikaraha into Karmadharya, because Shikara is a Napumsaka Pada. Okay?
Oh.
That's why Linga Viveka is important.
Okay, okay, sir.
Only when Linga Samya is there, you can do the two breaks. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Linga Samya of the Shikara with the pointed object, which is Parvata, is not there. So we cannot, we have to do Unnatam Shikaram Yasya Saha Unnata Shikaraha, which is Parvataha. Okay? So if it is Unnata Shikaraha, you cannot do a Bahuvrihi. If it is Unnata Shikaram, it is a Bahuvrihi. It can, suppose there is an Napumsaka Pada for Parvata somewhere, I don't know, I have to dig up. If it is there, then Unnata Shikaram something in Napumsaka for Parvata. Okay?
If it is Unnata Shikaram, it is Bahuvrihi only. If it is Unnata Shikaraha,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ನೀವು. ಉನ್ನತ ಶಿಖರಂ ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹುವ್ರೀಹಿನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಕರ್ಮಧಾರಯನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಉನ್ನತ ಶಿಖರ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಹುವ್ರೀಹಿನೇ ಆಗೋದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸಾರಿ. I also get confused, Bhagini. Okay. While dissolving a Bahuvrihi, the Vachana of the compound words must be determined from the meaning of the compound word. See this. Okay. So the Vachana of the compound words. So they're like, we have struggled with this also. For example, why Dhrita Pushpa should be Ekavachana? Why? It could have been Dhritani Pushpani Yayasa also. See, our girl is wearing lot of flowers. So, little bit you are actually allowed Ekavachana, Bahuvachana according to what you think comes to your mind. Okay, I will not say that there is one way. Okay, Prasannam Vadanam, it cannot be multi-face, so here it is Ekavachana. When Netra is Dvivachana, so Vishale Netre Yasyahasa, you cannot make one Netra Vishala and it will become a weird thing. So you have to use Dvivachana here for correct Vivaksha. Especially looking at this cute little girl, you cannot do that to her. So Vishale Netre Yasyahasa, Vishala Netra. See, this is a good examples they have given. Prasannam Vadanam Yasya Saha Prasanna Vadanaha, Vishale Netre Yasyahasa, Vishala Netra, Shvetaha Keshaha. Again, better to use Bahuvachana. One hair on a person. So Shvetaha Keshaha Yasya Saha Bahuvachane Shveta Keshaha. Our old man here. Okay. An individual has a lot of hair, hence there is plural here. Thus the Vigrahavakyam Bahuvrihi Vachanam of the individual words is according to the meaning of the compound word. So, okay. So the linga of the target comes in the Yasya Saha, Yasya Issaha Sa, etc. Okay. But this is the linga of the object itself. Keshaha, Keshaha. It is actually a Pullinga Shabda. Netram, Netre, Napumsaka Shabda. So Dvivachane Asti. Okay. Vishale Netre, Dvivachane Napumsakecha. Okay. Vadanam tu Napumbakam, Prasannam Vadanam, Ekavachane Napumsakecha. Yasya Saha Pullinge Kimartha. Yasya iti Pullinge Bhavet. Saha iti yada bhavati, Yasya iti eva Bhavet. Sa iti yada bhavati, Yasyaha iti eva Bhavet. Evam tadapi tatra aparapadasya lingam anusarati. Astu va? Astu. Atra स्थगयामः. बहु पाठितमस्ति, समयः अतीतः.
धन्यवादः सर्वे अद्य आगतवन्तः अद्यापि यथा भानुवासरे भवति तथा सर्वे छात्राः सन्ति ये सर्वदा आगमिष्यन्ति बहु धन्यवादान् समर्पयामि भवन्तं भवान् भवन्तौ भवन्तः इत्येव बहुवचने द्वितीयायाम् इति स्यात्। अस्तु तर्हि शुभरात्रिः। श्वः पुनः 7 मिलामः, अग्रे नयामः, पठामः इतोपि।
शुभरात्रिः।
शुभरात्रिः।
धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवादः।